All right, guys, let's dive into your questions here on Patriots Today, because there's a lot happening in free agency, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But the offense? That's where the real question marks still are. So today, we're breaking it all down and getting into everything you guys have been asking. First of all, I love talking football with you all. If you want to keep the conversation going outside of YouTube, make sure to follow me on X and TikTok. I post a lot of clips from the show there. So if you can't catch the full episode, no worries, just check out the highlights. TikTok is still alive and well, so go find me there. Now, let's jump into the first question. Will the Patriots have a top 10 defense this year? Look, they better. The team has been signing defensive players left and right. It feels like every week there's a new addition. If this defense doesn't land in the top 10, or even the top 5, then something is seriously wrong. They brought in elite run stoppers like Robert Spillane and Harold Landry. The secondary got a huge boost with Carlton Davis pairing up with Christian Gonzalez. And let's not forget the massive investment in the defensive line, bringing in a $100 million player like Milton Williams. If this defense doesn't rank among the best, then we need to start questioning the front office because the talent is there. Now, onto the offense, because that's where things get messy. The next question comes from Elijah Mosby. When are we getting an offensive weapon for Drake May? Honestly, I have the same question. I've made multiple videos breaking down potential trade targets at wide receiver, available free agents, and draft options. Those are the 3 routes New England has to explore. Personally, I'd prioritize a trade, and the sooner, the better. But because some free agent dominoes have yet to fall, it's slowing down the process. And that's just talking about getting May a weapon. We haven't even addressed the offensive line. New England added Bradbury. They kept Onwenu, and they brought in Morgan Moses. But that left tackle and left guard? Still major concerns. If they can't swing a deal before the draft, they might have no choice but to fill those spots with rookies. Moving on to TJ's question. Should the Patriots follow the Chargers' blueprint by signing the best available offensive lineman and then trading up for a top wide receiver like Matthew Golden or Luther Burden? I actually like that idea. Well, Campbell, in particular, could be a great option for the Patriots' offensive line. If New England doesn't land one of the top-tier guys like Carter or Hunter, then the draft might be their only way to reinforce that left side. Campbell might not have the ideal arm length or size that scouts love, but he's versatile enough to play both guard and tackle. And if the Patriots don't land a superstar wide receiver in the first round, there's still solid options later, even in the 3rd round. Someone like Savion Williams could be a steal. Brandon O'Donnell is up next with a trade proposal. George Pickens for Joe Milton and a 6th-round pick. Deal or no deal? I'd love it, but it depends on the quarterback market. Right now, the Patriots are holding out for a 3rd-round pick for Milton. They want to ensure he lands in a good situation where he can develop rather than just be stashed as a 3rd-stringer. That might take time, possibly into the summer. If the Patriots don't get a high enough pick, I'd rather see them package him in a player-for-player trade to help the offense. Now, we've got Nonsense Nick chiming in. Travis Hunter is a generational talent, and passing on him would be a disaster. Nobody's arguing that. The issue isn't whether Hunter is worth the pick. It's whether he'll still be available at number 4. If Hunter is there, and so is Campbell, the Patriots better take Hunter. No question. But that all depends on what the Titans, Browns, and the Giants do ahead of them. If another team snatches him up first, New England has no choice but to pivot. That leads to a big question for you guys. Which position should the Patriots draft first? Offense or defense? Personally, I'm all in on offense. The defense is already stacked with all these free agent signings, so it's time to focus on getting Drake May the help he needs. But I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Shifting gears, let's talk about a trade idea from King. Would you trade the 4th overall pick for Micah Parsons? Look, it's Micah Parsons. Of course, I'd love to have him, but realistically, that's not happening. The Cowboys aren't letting him go unless they get a massive return. If Jerry Jones actually pulls off a trade like that, I'd be shocked. It would take more than just a 1st-round pick to make it happen. Next up, Low Shorty asks, how do you feel about Stephon Diggs as a target for New England? He would be a solid weapon for Drake May. He's a proven veteran, and considering May has been compared to Josh Allen, adding Diggs could make sense. But the Patriots have already ruled him out, along with Amari Cooper. So clearly, they see something that doesn't fit with their offensive plans. However, with other big-name receivers like DK Metcalf and T. Higgins possibly on the move, maybe they reconsider. As a fan, I can't be too picky. I just want May to have reliable targets. Corey jumps in with another question. Why not draft a receiver and trade for an offensive tackle? Because trading for a top-tier tackle is way harder than it sounds. Great offensive tackles rarely hit the market. Teams don't just let them walk. If they have a good one, they lock him up long-term. That's why finding an elite left tackle in free agency is almost impossible. The Patriots might have no choice but to draft one if they can't get a deal done. Junior Estrada asks, should the Patriots draft Jaden Higgins in the second round? I like Higgins. He's a solid receiver who could complement May well. If the Patriots don't get Hunter or Carter in the first round and instead draft Campbell, then their first pick in round 2 absolutely has to be a wide receiver. But if they go for a receiver like Hunter early, then their second-round pick should go toward an offensive lineman. Those are the two biggest needs, no question. Patriots Productions is up next. Who's your favorite free agent still available? Honestly, I was going to say Cam Robinson, but he's off the board. And even though he's not an elite left tackle, he would have been better than some of the options New England currently has. But if we're talking about someone who could make an impact, I go with Tyler Lockett. He's not DK Metcalf, but he's reliable and brings veteran leadership. That could be huge for May and the younger receivers on the roster. Lucid Shard sends in a super chat. Should the Patriots sign Stephon Diggs or Keenan Allen? If the Patriots go into the season without a true WR1, May is in trouble. So yes, if Diggs or Allen are available and the price is right, New England should absolutely consider it. Are they past their prime? Probably. Have injuries been a concern? Sure, but the Patriots need proven playmakers. There are still other options out there, like Brandon Cooks. And don't forget, the draft isn't just one round. There are 7 rounds over 3 days, so they will add receivers. But right now, this receiving core isn't built for a playoff run. It might be okay for the regular season, but not for anything beyond that. If you're hyped for the 2025 season, go ahead and hit that like button. This defense looks stacked, and hopefully, the offense gets the reinforcements it needs before the season kicks off. Absolutely. Let's keep this going with even more in-depth breakdowns of what the Patriots need to do moving forward, because this team is at a major crossroads. They've made some huge defensive moves, but the offense still has a lot of work to do. Right now, the biggest concern has to be building a strong enough supporting cast around Drake May so that he has a legitimate chance to develop into the franchise quarterback New England desperately needs. There's no point in drafting a quarterback with as much upside as May if you're just going to throw him into the fire with no weapons and no protection. That's how teams ruin young quarterbacks, and the Patriots need to be smarter than that. The offensive line is priority number 1, no doubt about it. It doesn't matter if you have the best quarterback in the world. If he's constantly under pressure, the offense won't work. We've seen this happen too many times in the NFL. Even elite QBs struggle when they don't have time in the pocket. Patrick Mahomes looked completely lost in the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers a few years ago when he didn't have protection. Joe Burrow got destroyed behind a terrible offensive line early in his career. And now, we're watching Justin Fields get traded because he never had a real chance to succeed in Chicago due to a bad offensive line and a lack of playmakers. The Patriots have made some moves to shore up the offensive line, but they're far from done. They need a left tackle, and they need one now. Ideally, they would trade for a veteran because relying on a rookie to protect a young quarterback's blind side is a dangerous game. But as I mentioned earlier, trading for an offensive tackle is a lot harder than trading for a wide receiver. There just aren't that many great left tackles available, and the ones who are available come with a high price tag. If the Patriots can't land one in free agency or via trade, then they have no choice but to draft one early. Well, Campbell is an option, and while he might not be a flawless prospect, he's probably one of the best tackles in the draft that will be available when New England picks. There are concerns about his arm length and whether he could be a true left tackle at the NFL level, but he has enough talent to be a plug-and-play starter. If he doesn't work out at tackle, he could be moved inside to guard, which still helps solidify the line. The key is making sure that whatever they do, they don't go into the season with a glaring hole on the left side of the line. Then, there's the wide receiver situation, which is arguably just as urgent. The Patriots don't have a true WR1, and that's a major problem. You can get by with a decent offensive line if you have elite skill players who can create separation quickly, but New England doesn't have that either. Right now, their wide receiver room is full of WR2 and WR3 types, but no one who can truly take over a game. That's why trading for a proven wide receiver makes sense. If they don't go that route, then the draft has to be the answer. If Travis Hunter is available at pick 4, he should absolutely be the choice. He's a game changer on both sides of the ball, and if New England passes on him, they could regret it for years. The problem is, there's no guarantee he'll be there when they pick. If he's gone, then the Patriots need to look at other options, whether that's trading down for someone like Teteroa McMillan or grabbing a receiver early in the second round. Someone like Jaden Higgins could be a solid addition in that scenario. And then there's the possibility of adding a veteran like Stephon Diggs or Keenan Allen. Neither of them is in their prime anymore, but they're still better than anyone currently on New England's roster. If the Patriots don't land a WR1 in the draft, then they need to be aggressive in acquiring a proven playmaker. Diggs, Allen, Tyler Lockett, or even someone like Brandon Ayuk if the 49ers are willing to make a deal. Any of those guys would make a huge difference. Another major issue is the tight end position. Right now, the Patriots have a solid but unspectacular group. Hunter Henry is reliable, and Austin Hooper is a decent veteran presence, but there's no real game changer at the position. The problem is that the 2024 draft class isn't particularly strong at tight end, so unless New England find a trade target, they might just have to roll with what they have. On the defensive side, things look much better. This unit should be top 10 at worst, and potentially even top 5 if everyone stays healthy. The Patriots made major moves to strengthen every level of the defense, and it's clear that they're prioritizing a return to the defensive dominance that defined the franchise for so many years. The defensive line got a huge boost with the addition of Milton Williams, and the linebacker core looks strong with the additions of Robert Spillane and Harold Landry. The secondary could be one of the best in the league, especially with Carlton Davis teaming up with Christian Gonzalez. With all of these moves, the defense should be in a position to carry the team early in the season while the offense finds its rhythm. But in today's NFL, you can't rely solely on defense to win games. The best teams have balance, and that's what the Patriots need to work toward. They have an elite defense, but the offense still needs work before this team can be considered a serious contender. That brings us to the question of whether the Patriots should trade the 4th overall pick for Micah Parsons. As much as I'd love to have Parsons on this defense, it's just not realistic. The Cowboys aren't letting him go unless they get a massive return, and even then, it doesn't make sense for the Patriots to invest that much in another defensive player when the offense is their biggest issue. Parsons is a game changer, no doubt, but New England needs to use that 4th pick to fix the offense, not stack an already strong defense. The Patriots are at a pivotal moment. They have their quarterback of the future, but now they need to build around him. If they get this offseason right, they could be back in playoff contention sooner than expected. But if they miss on key moves, they could end up stuck in mediocrity for years. This is a make-or-break moment for the franchise, and it's up to the front office to make the right calls. So now I want to hear from you guys. What should the Patriots do with their 1st pick? Should they go all in on offense and draft a wide receiver or offensive tackle? Or should they continue building up the defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know where you stand. Also, if you're excited for the 2025 season, hit that like button. The defense looks elite, and hopefully, the offense will get the help it needs before Week 1. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The New England Patriots are buzzing with excitement as the possibility of acquiring Tristan Wirfs begins to take shape. The 25-year-old offensive tackle, currently with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has long been regarded as one of the NFL's premier linemen. With a remarkable track record that includes 4 consecutive Pro Bowl selections and a Super Bowl victory, Wirfs' potential move to Foxborough would send shockwaves through the league. As the Patriots look to strengthen their offensive line for the future, Wirfs seems like the perfect fit to solidify their front. Wirfs' impressive journey from a dominant rookie season in 2020, where he played a pivotal role in the Buccaneers' Super Bowl 55 win, to his current status as the highest-paid offensive lineman in NFL history, has made him a sought-after commodity. His ability to switch seamlessly from right to left tackle, while maintaining elite performance, showcases a rare versatility that has made him one of the league's top stars. With a reputation for stifling the fiercest pass rushers and offering a formidable presence in both the run and passing game, Wirfs is more than just a lineman. He's a game-changer. The Patriots' interest in Wirfs is not just about acquiring talent, but about securing a cornerstone piece for the future. Bill Belichick, known for his keen eye for building championship-contending teams, sees in Wirfs the kind of leader who can anchor the offensive line for years to come. If the Patriots manage to land Wirfs, they won't just be adding a player. They'll be making a statement. The future of New England's offense could hinge on this very move. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.